Hey there, this is Lori McBride from Tech Experts, where we help you close the gaps across your technical tools that you need for your online business. And today, what I'm going to be teaching you is how to create an Instagram video highlight. So, number one, the first thing is there's a couple of prerequisites in order to create this Instagram video highlight. First would be that you need to make sure that you download something like Adobe Spark or Canva in order to create the cover for your Instagram highlight. Or you can also create your covers ahead of time in whatever other graphics program that you use and have those ready on your phone to create the highlights. The second thing you need is a little app called Video Splitter. Now, I'm doing an Android phone tutorial today, so you would go ahead and go to Google Play and download Video Splitter. And what that is a little program that you need in order to cut the video up into 15-second segments, because Instagram Stories maximum video segment time is 15 seconds. So again, you need a couple of prerequisites. One is the Instagram highlight covers or the graphics program on your phone to create them. Also, you need Video Splitter downloaded to split that video into the 15-second increments. Number two, I encourage you to do a little planning ahead of time. Now, assuming that these highlights from Instagram or for your business page or for your business or for your creator page, you need to go ahead and do a little bit of planning as to what you want these Instagram highlights to actually say. Now, remember that the real estate for the Instagram highlights on your profile is only going to display about 4.5 highlights. So you need about 5 different highlights that you create. And you need different types of information, and I'm just suggesting these in general. Maybe your about information or a featured product or any other highlight that expresses the information or shares the information with your audience or customers so they can understand exactly what you do. Now, the next planning thing to take into consideration is, as of this recording, Instagram highlights feature does not let you rearrange the order of the highlights. So planning comes into play here because the very first 1, 2, or 3 highlights you create will end up displaying in positions 3, 4, or 5. Those would probably want to be static pieces of information like your about information, so people can understand what your about information is, but it's also information that is not likely to change for your business. Otherwise, if you put the about information, if you did your about highlight last, which would put it into the first position of your highlights on your profile, then you would always have to delete that over and over and over if you wanted to change any of the other highlights. So again, from a planning perspective, the first 1, 2, or 3 highlights you create should probably be static information about your company that you want to share with your customers that probably will not change. Now, the last 2 highlights, number 4 and number 5, those are much easier to change. So you would want to make those highlights like your schedule or the latest information or the latest product that you sell, right? Because then when the highlights are completed, they would be in position number 1 and number 2, and it's easy to just quickly delete them and edit the slide that you've already created for your schedule, or delete the slide of your previous product and create a new slide for your latest product. So again, there's going to be some planning business-wise as far as these Instagram highlights are concerned for your business. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my phone, and I am going to walk you through the process of creating your Instagram highlight cover. Again, this is with an Android phone, as well as splitting the video and putting it on your Instagram stories, so then you can download it and create your highlight. So here we see the desktop or the home page of my Android phone. And the first thing we need to do in order to do this Instagram video highlight is to create the cover. So now I've chose to use Adobe. Again, you can use Adobe Spark, you can use Canva, or you can use any other program, or you can create your covers ahead of time if you know what they are. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go to my apps, click Spark Post, and here is the first screen you see when you go to Spark Post. Now I'm clicking the plus sign, and then when you click the plus sign, it'll have some default pictures here, but again, on the bottom right hand corner, I am clicking solid color. And you can actually, it allows you to type in the hex codes of the brand colors that you already have. But for me, my colors are blue and yellow, and so what I did here was I just chose a bright yellow color that is in alignment with the brand. I didn't use the exact hex codes because the thing about it is, when you go to someone's Instagram profile, if you use a brighter color, it will attract their eye to the highlight section. So I just chose this bright yellow orangey color here. And then once you choose your color, you click next. And then once you click next, you choose Instagram stories, so it takes on the correct format. And then you click done. Once you click done, then you will see that there is an active text box there to type text in. Now, if you don't want text, it also allows you to insert symbols there. But for this particular one I'm doing, I'm going to go ahead and put some text in here. So I'm just double tapping it, and then I'm putting in 411, and I just chose 411 because it is my about page, and 411 lets people know that it's information. So I typed in 411, I hit the check box, and again, you have a 411 in there, and I just want to click edit. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. I want to click color, and then it allows you to choose the text color, and my colors are blue and yellow, so I want to go ahead and I want to choose blue, a blue that matches, and this is the blue right there. And then that looks kind of small, so again, I've got my symbol in here, in this case 411, which is my text, and I'm just going to put my thumbs on the two circles here and just go ahead and make it bigger, and it got off centered there. But if you can see, if you drag it right in the middle, it'll tell you when it is aligned vertically and aligned horizontally. Okay, that's a little bit too big. Okay, so again, I'm just going to drag it until I see that it's aligned. There we go, right there. And that it's 90 degrees. When I first started doing this, it made it at an angle, but it'll tell you when it comes back to 90 degrees, so it's straight. So again, and then once you get the color of your text in there, you can just tap the done button and then tap the font button, because you can also select your font. And so I chose my font ahead of time. Let me see here which one it is. I chose Playfair. I believe it's called Playfair. Yep, Playfair. And it just changed it a little bit. As you can see, I just happened to like that font as I scrolled through these different fonts, and I just like this one a lot. And then I actually might even make it a little bit bigger just to get it to where it needs to be. And there we go with that. So then click the done button. So now I have the background color, I have the words, and again, you can do a symbol. And so then there it is. You have your Instagram highlight cover created, and then you can go ahead and hit the down arrow button, which is your download button. and it will give you a choice whether you want an image or a transparent image, and we want an image, so I'm tapping image, and it downloaded it to my hard drive of my phone. I should say, and well, I just say hard drive, but really it'll appear in the gallery of your phone. Okay, so now I'll click out of that. I'm going back to the home page of my phone, and now I want to go on ahead to the video splitter, because now what I need to do, that I've got my cover done, I want to go ahead and split the video. Now again, a little bit of planning here. You actually have to be able to know how long your video is, and actually I can show you that. So over here on gallery, okay, I can see here, and I checked this out ahead of time, that it's this video here from July 19th, and it's 4 minutes and 12 seconds long, right? So I don't have to worry about when I get in there, which one is it. So when I go, then I'll go over to the video splitter, select the video splitter, and then you just select the split video button, and then you can go ahead and you can select the camera. And then I am looking for the video that's 4 minutes and 12 seconds long, which is this video right here in the top left, and I'm selecting that. And then I want to go ahead down here at the bottom, and it says custom split, and I want to drag it ever so carefully over to the right. Okay, yeah, over to the right, because I want it to be 15 seconds long in order to match the maximum that Instagram allows. So I've dragged that carefully over there. Hopefully you can see that it says 15. And then after I set it to 15, in the custom split mode, I can select the the check mark here. And then as you can see, it splits the video, and it actually gives you the time that the video will take to split your video. So in this instance here, it's going to take 1 minute. I think it was like 1 minute and 30 seconds, but I'm going to just go ahead and go to the next step, so you don't have to sit here for a minute and 30 seconds. Okay, now we can see that it split this video into 17 different 17 different segments, okay? And we can see that the first one there says number 1, and then the last one there is number 17, and it's the last one, and it was slightly shorter than 15 seconds. It was 13 seconds. So again, this is what your video will look like in the Video Splitter app once that process is complete. Now go on ahead and now we're going to go on ahead and we're going to go to Instagram. Okay, so now let's go to Instagram, and we're going to go click on my profile, and we're going to see here that we already have one highlight. I already added one highlight, and what we need to do now is we need to upload this split video to our stories. Tap your profile button, and then story is already chosen here. But you know, you have a bunch of different choices: post, story, reels, live, etc. And then what you're going to do is click, there should be a picture of your video there on the bottom left, which that there as your gallery. So tap your gallery, and then as you can see here, we have all the videos that it created, right? So remember, the important thing to remember here is the 13-second one is the last one. So that one needs to be uploaded last to your stories, right? And then the other thing to understand is that Instagram only allows you to upload 10 stories at a time that are pre-recorded. So what I'm going to do here is start at the bottom, which is the very first one, and then I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then if I try to go to 11, it'll say, hey, this is the limit. So again, I got 10 of them highlighted, and I'm going to go ahead and click next, and it will load all 10 of those 15-second segments up into my story. Okay, so once you have all 10 of your video segments uploaded, you can go ahead and click the next button.
Hey there, this is Lori McBride.
Click the next button again, and then select to your story, and your first video may end up playing for a few seconds, but again, you just go ahead and click share, and then click done, and then you will see that the first 10 highlights are up on your story. So again, I'm going to click my icon, and it's going to show you, it's not playing, but it's going to show you, it's still posting, that there's 10 segments there now based on what you just uploaded. Okay, so then I'm going to go back. I'm going to do it again. Again, you're going to select the next 10. So you're going to go select the next 10 videos if you have them. Okay, and I only here had 7. So again, I did the first 10, now I'm doing the next 7. So you probably don't want to upload the longest video for your highlights, but just like a 5 or so minute video in order to get across the information that you would like to share with your audience. So after I have those, I'm going to click next.
Teaching. Yes, at Beyond Safe we teach. We teach all of the concepts.
Click done. And then it's going to put the remainder of videos up there. Or if you had 10 more, it'll put the next 10 up there. Then once you're done, to upload all those video seconds to your highlights, it may take, I don't know, up to 5 minutes in order to load them and have them all loaded in there. But once all of your videos are loaded up into your stories, you can click your icon, your profile icon, or your stories icon, and just what I did was I just counted and made sure that the number of videos that it was split into matched the number of videos that was on the highlights. So again, I went ahead and reviewed those. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's actually create our highlight. So click the new button. Then you will see the number of videos that match the number of videos you uploaded. 3, 6, 9, 10, right? So I had 17 videos. I just wanted to count them real quickly. And then you're going to start from the first one that was loaded is the beginning. So start with the first one and just select it so it matches the order of the actual video. So I have highlighted all 17 videos, which were the segments that it divided it into. And then I'm clicking the next button. And then it's asking me to name my highlight. And this one is called About. And then it's asking me to edit my cover. And I'm clicking the Edit Cover button. And then I'm going to click the little picture icon there. So I have found my button cover. It happens to be the first one that popped up because it's the first one, because it's the one that we just made on Adobe Spark. And then I'm going to click the blue arrow button. And then it will display the 411 as the cover. And then I'm going to click the done button. And then you will see it displayed there, how it's going to display in your Instagram highlights. And then I'm going to click done again. And then it's loading it, and then there's my new highlight. I have a testimony highlight over there that'll be, like I said, it's 4.5. So the testimony will be the one that shows halfway, and that's one that won't change. And then my about information that won't change is actually my 4th one. Now I will come back in a minute once I finish the rest of these and show you what the Instagram highlights look like when you have all 4.5 of them completed. Now here you see that all 5 of my highlights have been completed, and as I referred to before, it would be about 4.5 of these, or maybe even 4 3/4 if you're splitting the hairs, that display here. And again, plan these out carefully. The ones that are all the way to the right, I have as ones that I put in there that will not change. And then the ones over here all the way to the left, which is the latest news or the latest product that I want to feature, or the schedule, are there at the beginning, so I can just easily delete those and recreate those as things in my business change. So what I'm going to do now is I am just going to tap the first one, which is the latest, and just give you an idea of what it looks like when someone actually taps the first one and your highlights scroll all the way through. And the ones for the video, I'm just going to go ahead on and let you hear a few seconds and then just swipe to the next one. But please know that when a user watches them, they will, if they watch the whole thing, it'll just go from one story to the next until the video is completed, and then move on to the next highlight. Also note that I have a combination of things here on my highlights, right? The first one and the second one and the third one will all have static posts or static slides. The third one has a static post to begin with, and then it goes on to a video, and then the last 2 are indeed all video. So the third one has this static slide, and then it goes on to the video. And then instead of having you watch this whole thing, I'm just going to flip to the next one. But if we kept going, it would just go from story to story until this is completed. Then when it gets to the last story of my testimony video, it will just close out. So I'm just going to quickly go through these, blah, 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 blah. And then here is the last one. And then when it hits the last one, it'll just play all the way through it, and then it'll close. And then you will see that when it ends like this, that 5th story, which is the testimony, will be displayed there all the way to the right, and then it'll give you the new button if you did indeed want to create a new one. But again, for business purposes, I only created 5 of these because I am just sharing a specific set of information with my users and my audience that I want them to know about my business. So I'm just gonna slide this real quick back here to the right so you can see. Again, this is the default view of my Instagram highlights. That concludes our tutorial on how to create an Instagram video highlight. I know that when I was personally searching for the different pieces to figure out how to put this all together, there wasn't really a comprehensive video out there to do that, and I hope that this has served that purpose. Also, there is a couple of links in the show notes that are affiliates, and we do make a small commission from that, and YouTube makes it so I have to tell you that. So I just wanted to let you know. Also, we have links to other videos. We are tech experts, and we do focus on all your technical needs for your online business. I have another video in there that focuses on MilkShake, which is a women-owned business. And what it is a little app that creates like a mini website for you on your Instagram bio, right? So everybody has the link in bio, and they use like Linktree or different apps. But this MilkShake app is really cool because it creates like a mini website for you. And, if you use it correctly, it can really enhance your audience being able to have easier access to the different things you're trying to let them see, whether it's your featured product or it's your YouTube page, or you're trying to drive them to a landing page switch to purchase something that you're promoting, this MilkShake app can really help you with that. And that tutorial's in there, as well as a couple other videos on just the basics, which are the foundations of what you need to put in place to have your online business up and running and have the security that you need for your business from the get-go. Again, this is Lori McBride from Tech Experts, and I hope to catch you on another video.